Sometimes you just need to be reminded of how it was to feel alive. It's a tricky situation to find yourself in when you've forgotten about your reasons to live. This is Aurora live, Winterbird, live in, not going to try and pronounce it, I don't want to slaughter it. And that quote is directly from her explanation to the 405. Now, the only reason that I am doing research ahead of time on Aurora is because I know that a lot of you feel like I don't pay enough attention to her facial features and expressions as she goes through the song. So I am going to concentrate on her, and I'm only going to pause it when I have to, which will be about every minute or so. I will try to go a little bit longer and see if I can get away with it, but if not, I'll have to stick to that because YouTube's, they crack down on it. So, all right, without further delay, Aurora, Winterbird, live in. All right, before we get started, that is a beautiful pipe organ introduction. This is an absolutely amazing cathedral. Beautiful. And I love the way the lighting changed from blue when we started to green. I think we have an orchestra down there too. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Walking in my sleep, like the naked trees. Will they wake up again? Do they sleep? Do they dream? Feel it as the wind strokes my skin. I am moved by the chill. Hear the winter birds sing.
Wow, right off the bat, that was amazing. Walking in my sleep like the naked trees. What will they wake up again? Do they sleep? Do they dream? Feel it as the wind strokes my skin. I am moved by the chill, hear the winter birds sing. Wow. My tears are always frozen. I can see the air I breathe. Got my fingers painting pictures on the glass in front of me. Lay me by the frozen river where the boats have passed me by. All I need is to remember how it was to feel alive. Now, there's a depth to those lyrics. She's painting you a picture of the world around her, and yet her perception of it at the same time. And from a mental health standpoint myself, again, I'm not a professional, and I am not speaking for anyone other than myself. I went through a very somber period myself where it was very difficult for me to find reasons to be happy, to be positive, and it was a struggle for me. So I can relate to this song on a deeper level. The violins are such an amazing accompaniment to this, and so far I am absolutely enjoying this. Let's keep going. Okay, she's going to repeat the chorus. I do apologize. I let that go a lot longer than I should have, but I didn't want to interrupt. Silent days, violent shades, we are dancing again in a dream by the lake. My tears are always frozen. I can see the air I breathe. Got my fingers painting pictures on the glass in front of me. Lay on the river, lay me by the frozen river where the boats have passed me by. All I need to remember is how it was to feel alive. Pressed against my pillow like the aging winter sun. Only wake each morning to remember that you're gone. So I drift away again to winter I belong. The loss of someone that matters is always very, very difficult to overcome. And whether it's death or just bad breakup or whatever the separation is, there's a grieving process that comes with that. And it's not always something that we just work through and we're good with. Sometimes it can take years before we work through that, fully work through that grieving process. One thing I did want to point out is that when she was singing, only wake each morning to remember that you're gone, her eyes drifted down into the left, and she got this very distant, far away expression as if she were going back and reliving that moment. And that to me was very well done. It's like we're reliving the memory with her. And then she goes back into the chorus, and when she says, "Where the boats have passed me by," I think this is my interpretation, but I feel like what she's saying here is, lay me down in my winter, lay me down in my depression, my stupor, and where the boats have passed me by, I feel maybe a reference to being in this state where we're either unable or unwilling to do anything life related. And the boats passing by are a reference to life passing by with us unable to do anything to either to slow the momentum or to join the real world in daily activities. That's what that represents to me. That's my take on it, my personal feeling. I know that there are other interpretations. I am open to them. And then concludes it by saying again how it was to feel alive. See, when I was in my deepest depressions, and I've been through a few, but when I was in my depression, I felt like a passenger in my own vehicle of life. I felt like I was just looking out the window and not really doing anything to add value to my life. Simply watching everything as it went by, letting it happen, and not doing anything for myself. And I don't mean to ramble, and I'm not trying to. The part she's going into, my tears are always frozen, repeated 3 times. So again, it gets so dark and so cold in that depressive state that I'm in, that either crying becomes impossible, or it's like the tears are there, but they're frozen in place, they won't fall. And then she concludes with, all I need is to remember how it was to feel alive. I need to remember how it was to feel alive. So overall, I really enjoy this song. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here in a minute, but I do want to just make sure I've covered everything. Overall, the music rising and it's there's a flow to the music that adds to it with the orchestra. You have your crescendos and your drops. It's like during the chorus, she's starting to come alive. And then during the verses, it grows somber again. And then during the chorus, you have this crescendo of hope. Like we're gonna feel alive again. And then all of a sudden, we're back to our memories and we're back to our frozen element. And then we're crescendoing back to feeling alive. It's like she's almost getting there, but then the memory comes. We're almost getting there.
How it was
That is very touching at the end. That harmony was very, very haunting. Ooh, yes, that was intense. I truly enjoyed that. Really, truly enjoyed that. I've noticed on the live performance that she smiles at the end, like genuinely appreciative of the audience that they enjoyed it, as if I'm gonna do this whether they like it or don't, but genuinely appreciative of the audience, and then it's almost like she's humbled every time they clap, which that's amazing to me. Very well done. Great music, great expressions. I appreciate you guys pointing that out to me to watch for that, because it does. It goes so well with what's being portrayed in the song that it makes perfect sense. All right, guys, this has been Halos and Heroes. Thank you for being here. Remember, this is just my opinion. Okay, I'm going off of blind reaction first and foremost, but the information that I have found is limited, and so I don't dive too deeply into it, especially the lyrics, before I start. I want to follow the expressions and the lyrics together. So, thank you for being here. Again, this is Halos and Heroes. Remember, you're not alone. I love you, and I care.